The most infamous goal in World Cup history wasn't scored with a boot or a head. It was scored with a fist, a punch, in front of 114,000 people, in broad daylight. The referee looks around, then points to the center circle. Goal. England's players go crazy. The scoreboard doesn't care. But here's the strange part. Millions of people watching that punch didn't see a cheat. They saw payback. So here's the obvious question. How does a football match get so poisonous that cheating feels like justice? And honestly, the answer has nothing to do with football. It starts with a war. Rewind 20 years. Wembley, 1966. World Cup quarterfinal. The game turns ugly fast. Argentina's captain, Antonio Ratin, gets sent off by a German referee who doesn't speak a single word of Spanish. The official reason? Violence of the tongue. Which sounds made up. It wasn't. Ratin refuses to walk for 8 full minutes, and on his way out, he sits down on the Queen's red carpet. England win 1-0, but the match itself wasn't the worst part. Afterwards, England's manager compares the Argentine players to animals. On record, he even stops his own players from swapping shirts with them, and that one word stuck. In Argentina, that day still has a name, the theft of the century. For 16 years, it stays a grudge. Bad tackles, nasty headlines. Then came 1982. Argentina and Britain go to war. A real one, over a cluster of windswept islands in the South Atlantic. The British call them the Falklands. Argentines call them Las Malvinas. The war lasts 74 days. 255 British soldiers never come home. Around 650 Argentines don't either. Many of them conscripts, teenagers, boys barely out of school. And suddenly, football didn't seem important anymore. This isn't a rivalry now, it's an open wound. But football has a cruel sense of humor, because just 4 years later, the World Cup draw spits out the one fixture nobody is ready for. England versus Argentina. Quarterfinal, Mexico City, their first meeting since the war. Before kickoff, both camps repeat the same line. It's just a game. Nobody believes a word of it. Argentine fans unfurl banners about the islands. English tabloids print war headlines. Everyone knows what this match really is. And then, nothing happens. 50 minutes. 0-0. Tight. Nervous. Honestly, hard to watch. Until the 51st minute, Maradona chases a miscued clearance into the box, and the next 4 minutes become the most famous in World Cup history. The punch, the goal, the fury. One country celebrates, the other loses its mind. England's players swarm the referee. He saw nothing. The goal stands. And that's not even the strangest part, because what happens 4 minutes later shouldn't be possible. The same man collects the ball. Inside his own half, he spins between 2 England shirts, and then he just runs. Past 1, past 2, past 3, 4. Then he rounds the goalkeeper and rolls it in. 60 meters, 10 seconds, 5 defenders left behind. Later voted the greatest goal in World Cup history. Just sit with that for a second. The dirtiest goal football has ever seen, and the most beautiful. Same match, same man, same net, 4 minutes apart. Years later, Maradona explained why. He admitted the war was in their heads that day, that beating England felt like taking something back. Not the islands, but something. And the handball? He never said sorry. Partly his head, he said. Partly the hand of God, and the name stuck. Argentina win 2-1. Weeks later, they lift the trophy, but the story just kept going. 1998, David Beckham flicks a boot at Diego Simeone. Red card. Simeone later admits he made the most of it, which is footballers speak for. He acted. England lose on penalties, and Beckham becomes the most hated man in England. 2002, Beckham steps up to a penalty against Argentina. He buries it. Argentina crash out in the group stage. Revenge. Then revenge for the revenge. Because in most rivalries, losing costs you 90 minutes. In this one, both sides still feel like they're owed something. So when England play Argentina, they aren't chasing 3 points. They're finishing a match that kicked off 60 years ago. Because most rivalries end at the final whistle, this one has never heard it.